What's going on? It's the brother Jay, and my topic of the day, because of my thought of the day, you know what I'm saying, is relationships. Now, I'm gonna be as blunt as possible, but respectful at the same time, or try to be. you know, uh, the bad part, you know what I'm saying, where relationships today, you know what I'm saying, don't really work is because people are not putting in the work. You know, there are even older chicks. I'm talking about when I mean older, I mean like like between 37 or I'll say 35. 35 and 40. You know what I'm saying? Now, these women are looking for meaningful relationships. Now, I don't blame them for trying to find meaningful relationships. You know what I'm saying? That makes sense all day, you know, because you want to invest in someone that's not invested in you. Okay, I get it. But the drawback is this. Now, I see this many times and I hear this many times that there are ladies out there that because they have been alone for like 3 and 4 years and shit, you know what I'm saying? They think they can just like get into a relationship and they'll just fall in sync and they'll work. No, 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 no. That's delusional. And whoever's helping you and teaching you that shit is delusional with you. The reality is every person is different and how they move and act is different. But it takes practice. You have to sit up here and practice on communicating with a person, with their ups, with their downs. You know what I'm saying? You have to know how to accommodate when they're having a bad day, but also demand that they treat you good because you deserve a good day too. You know what I'm saying? You have to be in practice what I call the philosophy of a seesaw. It's called a balance in a relationship. And see, when you've been inactive for 4 or 5 years going on, whatever, and stuff like that, that means that you're not in tune with the tone of how relationships work at that time. You know what I'm saying? you relying on old school game that worked on old school people and stuff like that don't work on some people today. You know what I'm saying? There's some guys that you probably been dating before that was simps and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? But now you meeting a guy that's not a simp, so you gotta learn how to adjust to that behavior. So when you're out of practice and out of touch, and all this feminism is saying, girl, you're girl boss, and yes, you can do it, and yes, you can, and you know what I'm saying? You're gonna believe that the stance that you have is the right stance. And what I'm trying to say to people is that just because you feel like that's the right stance doesn't mean that's actually true. Because a lot of times, sometimes it's saying the easier way to get to what you want is just to be nice, polite, and you know what I'm saying? Look at your timing. You know, is this the time to act like a nut? No. Okay, what should I do right now? Shut the fuck up and listen. Because if he's saying something, he's complaining and he's mad about something, I should shut up and listen. Not add extra shit. Not say, well, you did that last February. And no, you shut up and listen. Because if your man is telling you something and you're not listening, what's going to happen is when you open up your mouth when a situation comes up and it's serious, he is not going to listen to you. That is the reality of, first of all, our entire existence. But when you have to say this in modern day, it's a damn shame. When you have to actually talk to people and say, this is how you get a relationship. You know? And the crazy part is you would think that people are your same age or close to it would understand this. No, they're trying to be young again. They're trying to recapture their youth. They're trying to compete not only against their daughter, but their granddaughters. They want their granddaughter to be like, hey, grandmom looks cute. Do I look cute, baby? Huh? Yeah. Yeah. No. Grandmoms are saying never cared on what the modern day fashion was or what the new women was wearing and stuff like that. She wore what she wore and fuck it. But now these newer generations of grandmoms, they just trying to go, they trying to cut their hair and change their hair color to purple and all kinds of other weird shit. You're like, what? Man, come on, man. It man, bro. I'm being straight real 1,000 wow. That's 1,000 in case you don't know. You know what I'm saying? If my grandmom showed up at a family reunion and shit, and she got short, chopped up hair and shit like that, and it's all purple and pink and all that, nigga, I'd be embarrassed, bro. I wouldn't even want to be nowhere near when they taking the family photos and shit. I'd be like, you know what I'm saying, hey, we want to take the family photo. Hey, Jay, come over here. Hey, I gotta go to the bathroom, man. No. Grandma with a fucking mohawk and multicolored hair? No. And this is me, an older man. So I can already imagine saying, being a younger dude and stuff like that, and your grandma trying to wear all this modern shit, and she's walking out with a fucking mini skirt and shit like that, and with a thong on, and no, man, that's way too much. You know what I'm saying? But see, that's people trying to relive their golden years. Bruh, I'm not saying you should, you know what I'm saying, you know, just jump in the casket and say, fuck it, I'm going to die and shit like that. But to keep up with trends and shit? No. No. You know what I'm saying? No. But back to the point. When it comes to relationships, see, there are a lot of ladies and stuff that's in the delusion that if the few that don't have children and they slide into like the 35 and 40 range, they somehow magically believe that they can have children. I'm not saying it's impossible, but the odds are strongly against you. Strongly. That's because she spent most of her youth caring about her career and shit. And everybody like, oh, you doing your career? Oh, you go, girl. You're a girl boss and shit like that. You don't need no man and shit like that. Now they get near the wall, or at the wall, actually. Now they, oh, well, let me try to find a man now and shit. But they don't have no practice on how to deal with men, because having sex with a man is not the same as being in a relationship with a man. It's not the same. Y'all have fluid conversation. That means you vibe with each other. You know what I'm saying? But you have to understand his vibe too. It's not all on him to understand if you're in the mood to talk. And if you're not in the mood to talk, and why you're not in the mood to talk. You know what I'm saying? He got those moods too. But it's always, you know what I'm saying, like, oh, you should be able to anticipate my needs. Correct. But what about his needs? See, no one's teaching these starting to get older ladies trying to have a relationship, compete against young girls, how to maintain a relationship. Now, to get someone to have sex with you is easy. To get someone to get in a relationship in the beginning stages is easy. The hard part is keeping it. That's the hard part. That's where the work comes into play. And I keep saying to people, you know what I'm saying, that, how do you think our grandparents got along? Now, if you think about your grandparents or your great grandparents, saying they've been married for like, 30, 40, 50 years. Now, I want to bet out of the 30, 40, 50 years, there's probably like 5 or 10 of them that was like, ugh, get away from me. But they didn't leave. You know what I'm saying? Because they took their wedding vows deadly serious and meant it till death do we part. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you're a crazy broad, you know what I'm saying? But I'm still going to stick it out with you. And her reverse angle is, yeah, you fucking old cranky bat, but I still love you. They had the true meaning of what love is. And these new generation of motherfuckers, it's going way over their head. You know what I'm saying? Because they was in the second or third wave of early stage of feminism. They was around where it changed from actual feminism to what is called modern day feminism. There's a difference in ideology and practice and the sisterhood and what they support you on. You know what I'm saying? If you the old school feminists, stuff like that, if you talk to the modern day feminists, I'm saying, they'll clash. They'll clash because she still believe in female duties and actions and dress tactic and you know what I'm saying, you don't have to wear revealing stuff, you know what I'm saying, but this modern day feminists believe in like the sexual revolution. Like, I just go out here in the prowl and I want to, and if I do, it should be okay because it's my body and I can do what I want to do. And bruh, but still, that's not marriage material. That's whole material, or not to call it a whole material, but that will be physical entertainment material. So I'm gonna bring this to a conclusion. Ladies need to understand that just because you took a break from a relationship, and you should take a break, you know, saying, to gather your thoughts about what you're supposed to be doing, is ascertaining in your head what was the advantages you had in a relationship that you did and that person did, and what was the disadvantages that you did and he did. You're supposed to take a break to reflect off of the mistake that you made before so you do not repeat the mistake again. But women don't do that. Women just say, okay, I got out of a relationship with you. Let me just have, you know what I'm saying, girl weekend, just say for about a month and celebrate. Yeah, girls party because I'm single now and she, you know what I'm saying? Okay, now let me just dive into work and focus on work and these bills and stuff like that. So she's not reflecting. You know what I'm saying? And she's also constantly getting approached. So she really don't take time to reflect because she still needs that attention. Doesn't mean she jumped into a relationship right away, but if she walks by, she want to do is say, hey, good afternoon. You look lovely and stuff like that. Oh, I do. Oh, thank you and shit. She still want that attention. It's like a crackhead or a drug addict. Once they got a fix, nigga, it's like, hey, nigga, hey, ooh, I need my fix. Come on. You know? So what I'm saying is, ladies, don't waste time. Because I said earlier, the way that this pace is going, in 20 years, this population is going to drop significantly. And if people don't change their mindset and change their ways and stuff like that, ooh, I hate to see how this country's going to look. Either way, that's my thought of the day. You take care and be safe. Deuce.